These are some satisfying fights for anime or gacha, and I did have some help in my Discord server. Link will be in the description, so go to my Twitch. And hopefully you will agree with these type of fights. But if you want a part 2, make sure you leave a like, comment down below which fight I should do next. But anyways, I talked a little bit too much, but I really hope you enjoyed. My Nintendo channel will be in the description as well. I'm playing Xenoblade 2 right now, and that's all I really have to say for now. But I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time in the video. If not, I hope you have a good life. I love y'all. So Deku decided to pull up with a late entrance, but he making sure that he comes in style. He immediately kicking the life out of Shigaraki, and bro doesn't even know what fully hit him. But here's the thing, he doesn't know what's going to happen to him, because he got kicked so far to the point that he landed in a trap like a fly. You know that had to hurt him physically and mentally. But here's the thing, Shigaraki ain't worried about that too much, because he made sure to leave a present for his friend. So bro was ready to crash out on sight, all according to Shigaraki's plan. Bro just want to be Jinwoo for a brief moment. But hey, not everyone can do his aura farming method. So Mirio came in clutch and stopped him from crashing out. The concrete groom victim is trying to rage bait you, bro. Like his name is literally Rage Baiter 69. Don't fall for his shit. Remember, you're the carry for our team. All our teammates is going negative, except for you. Be the hero and carry us. You're our only hope. So once Deku realized what was going on, he decided to finally calm down, and he finally decided to lock in to make this game winnable. So once Shigaraki realized his rage bait didn't work, he immediately decided to charge in. But Deku was already prepared for that light work. Then Deku decided to get a firm grip on Shigaraki and slammed him onto the platform. You know he has no words for that. But once he managed to get onto a platform, he seen Deku charging up. So once his special move was ready, he went up right in front of him and he gave him 3 special front shots. So once Shigaraki was in the air, Deku decided to go for a follow-up with his super. And so he decided to give him the ultimate good, launching him straight all the way down to the ground. But Deku was not done with him yet, and so he decided to chase him down like he's Black Adam. And once Shigaraki managed to get up from that, Deku gave him no time and pulled up like he was Sonic. Then he decided to go fake out Shigaraki to get his final setup, and now he finally decided to use his team up and he went for the final good. But here's the thing, Shigaraki tried to fight back, but he was not strong enough and it was basically game. After the incident what Frogman did, which made everyone shocked or mad, no in between. They had a whole yap session of Frogman lying, but right after that, they were about to get ready to fight, and Rimuru decided to send Shion on him, because Rimuru knows he's the weakest out of everyone there. But Shion wasted no time, and she activated a button mash feature, and he got the special belt to ass treatment, because everyone was watching in 4K, and trust me, that's a beautiful thing to watch. So once he got up from the injuries that Shion gave him, everyone got ready to fight, and Crimson immediately made the stage. So once the stage was created, Million wasted no time, almost hitting Rimuru with a fatal blow, and she was not trying to let Rimuru have no breathing room at all. Just straight action, nothing more, nothing less.
A few moments later,
Rimuru finally managed to get some assistance, and the main reason why he needed some because they were outnumbered. So of course he was worried about Shion throughout the whole entire time, but Million didn't care because she was underneath a spell. So them coming in was clutch. So Rimuru set it off to help Shion so he can fully focus on his fight. So Rimuru decided to use Gluttony, and in Rimuru's eyes it worked, but in Million's eyes that unlocked phase 2. So hey, if you think about it, Rimuru got some progress. So Rimuru tried to pull something creative, but here's the thing, Million was prepared for that, and she was about to end their career. So Rimuru decided to chuck her away, and she came back like a magnet. And that was basically about to be the end for Rimuru till Veldora spawned out of nowhere. But it was a good thing for Rimuru, because Rimuru wanted Veldora to deal with Million. So that's exactly what he did, and they got to scrapping. Once Rimuru was able to go check up on Shion, his worries was all gone, because throughout everything, Shion was making him as a pure joke. She let him do all kinds of attacks on her, just so that she can escape it easily. So once Clayman seed on that, he was like, you know what, let me just transform then. But at that point, she just got tired of him. So once he decided to go land an attack, she decided to escape that final attack, and she started beating on him like it's light work. She's making the sandbag and smash look like it has a better life. And once she was done, she put the cockroach down, begging for its life. So this fraud thinks that he still has his ace on his sleeve, and he was begging some help to her, hoping that she'll kill everyone there. And they were just having their fun, as you can clearly see from Veldora. But anyways, once he tried to give that order to her, she told him that he was basically dumb as fuck for falling for her trick. Just to him specifically. Everyone else was shocked. I know what I said. Just let it slide for once, okay?
No.
So once everyone reviewed their true intentions, Frogman decided to go and crash out. But here's the thing, Rimuru would not let him do that and made Shion immobilize him. And she did it in finesse too. And that was almost the end of him until he managed to unlock his last second awakening. So Rimuru was like, you know what, let me go finish this fraud up now. But Frogman was not trying to have that and decided to try to make an escape plan. But Rimuru decided to stop it easily. So bro felt like he was Kakashi and decided to copy the stage method. So Frogman felt some type of way about that and tried to go for a special move. And you can guess how the move went. Terrible for Frogman. So So Rimuru also got tired of him, and he Falcon punched him, and he was putting him in his place, straight violated him to the point that he started fearing him. So once Claymore was at 1 HP, Rimuru demanded answers from him, and of course he's not gonna go answer it. So Rimuru was like, alright bet, you also ain't gonna get revived as well on top of that. So once Frogman heard about this, he started to freak out, but it was too late for him, and it was basically game. So Stark and Fern was in a sneak mission to go save someone in the castle. So once the demons left the area, Stark decided to go make his move. So Stark tried to go free him up, but he couldn't because the rope was too tight. Most likely because there was magic in the rope. So Stark said screw it and is about to break his whole chair with his axe. Well, until the demons came along. So once that happened, one of the demons was completely ignoring him and told him that he could leave. But the thing is, Stark was tired of dealing with that type of disrespect, and he stood up towards him. And even though he was scared throughout the whole entire thing, he was about that action. So he goes right behind the demon and catching it off guard for a brief moment. He managed to land a good hit, but the demon was prepared for a counterattack. So Stark decided to charge back in, but the demon pulled out his own master hand. But Stark was able to think fast and managed to block the attack in time. Once the demon thought that he was all high and mighty, Fern managed to pull off a sneak attack, just as they planned. So they managed to secure the person like a siege, and they decided to go for a retreat for now. Once everyone's in a safe spot, they decided to come up with a plan. But the thing was, it wasn't really a good plan. But the thing was, they still followed through with it until they ran into one major problem. And once Fern realized that, she immediately tried to act on it, but she realized a little bit too late, and they used that chance to separate them. And that's when the battle starts. When Fern was giving the demon some trouble, we already seen Stark getting off screen. But here's the thing though, he ain't going to die that easily. So he gets back up like a warrior, and they continue their fight. So this demon was trying to chase down Stark, and she was trying to finish things up quickly because the other one needed help badly, and he has no choice but to be on the defensive side. So when she was able to pull off another attack on Stark that was nearly fatal, he got back up telling her that was too weak. So she was not going to try to take that and went full aggro on him, and she was basically rocking a whole speed build against him. So she was like, you know, let me switch builds like his paladins, and she's making sure he's on his toes. So when Stark managed to go into offensive, she decided to go for a main build she used in Elden Ring, and she managed to finally strike him down again. But here's the thing, he's going to keep on coming back like a summer ant and come out victorious, and she was annoyed at that point. So they both decided to go and finish things off. So Stark decided to go for an open move, and she decided to take that as an advantage. But once he let her do that, he was like, yeah, you really are weak, and finish her off, and it was basically game. So Luba and Rover was fighting in the finals, and they were standing in their own ground, and everything was going fine until Rover was put into a genjutsu, and everything went wicked immediately after, because Rover had to deal with a ton of echoes, and on top of that they were hearing about Carthea's fight. And that's when we cut to see Carthea fighting the main echo, and she was holding on her own for a little bit. So once they got into a struggle battle, the echo's like, you know what, let's be immediate at real time, slamming her all the way to the ground. But here's the thing, Carthea was not trying to deal with that type of disrespect, so she put out a whole Uno reverse card and put immense pressure on it. So she was like, you want to watch me transform, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's exactly what she did, and she was ready for the fight. So once we got done fighting the final boss of this part, Carthea managed to push the boss back, and now we get to see different point of views of Rover and Carthea. Carthea is holding up on her own, while Rover's had to deal with a literal whole war. Either or, both of their fights are mad intense. Rover fighting for survival, and Carthea is fighting for the victory. So once they manage to go and synchronize for the battles that they're in, they activate a final condition for Carthea's final move. But this echo is not trying to go down without a fight, so it created his own Susanoo with Mickey's paintbrush. But Carthea was prepared for this and pulled off an Excalibur. After that, it was basically game.